All right, first grade, today we are going to go on our reading adventure. And today we're going to start by taking a trip. Do you know where we are? We are at school. I have some pictures here of our school. And let's take a look and see if we can notice something that we haven't ever noticed before. We come to school. We've been to school so many times that it always starts to look the same, but we can look closely and notice things that we may have missed before. I'm noticing this flag right near our front door. I never noticed that before, but when I stop and I take another close look, I can notice something new. You can try this by looking out your window. Look out a window in your house and see if you can notice something for the first time. Today, we're going to do something just like what we just did. We're going to reread to notice more. When we reread to notice more, we're on the lookout to learn new things about the characters in our book or notice something that we might have missed the first time we read. So what we're going to do is we are going to go back and let's reread chapter 3 of Iris and Walter and the Field Trip. Now we've already read this book and we know this is the chapter where Walter gets lost looking at some fish. But let's go back and reread to see if we can notice anything new. Where's Walter? The bus pulled up in front of the aquarium. Iris said, "Look at all the people." "Hey, Walter," said Benny. "That boy is wearing a shirt just like yours." "He is," said Walter. Now let's look at not just what we read, not just listening to the words, but also noticing the picture. Maybe you're noticing for the first time that that boy's shirt matches Walter's exactly, and you're making the connection that that's how Iris thought that that boy was Walter when they were in the aquarium. Maybe you're noticing Iris's backpack for the first time. Take a close look at this page and see if you can notice something for the first time. "Now, children, it's very crowded here, so keep your eyes on me," said Miss Cherry. The children walked down a dark hallway. Everywhere they looked, there were a fish. "Ooh," they whispered. See what you're noticing for the first time. I'm noticing this girl hugging her mom. Maybe she's scared of being in that fish tunnel. What can you notice for the first time? "Sharks," said Benny. "They look mean," said Iris. While the children were looking at the sharks, Miss Cherry and Jenny's mother counted everyone. "Okay, follow me," said Miss Cherry. I'm noticing that some of the students look worried or scared of the sharks. I didn't notice that the first time I read, but when I reread, I can notice more. Maybe you're noticing how excited Miss Cherry looks. Maybe sharks are her favorite animal. See what you can notice for the first time. Now we've only just reread 3 pages in this chapter, and we've noticed something new on each and every page. Imagine what would happen if we reread this whole book. We would notice lots of new information. When readers read, they always reread to go back and notice more information. Today, when you're reading, your job is to go back into a book you've already read and reread it. See what things you can notice that you may have missed the first time. You can tell what you've noticed to someone at home. You can write it down, or you can post a post-it where you notice something new. Okay, can't wait to see what you notice.